So here's part 2, and in part 2 we're going to be learning how to do the invisible join and joining new colours to our circle. So I've snipped my wool and I'm just going to fasten off by pulling through, creating a little knot there. And I'm going to start by joining my colour B, which is this one, this blue one. And I'm going to also weave in the ends as I go. So I think that saves you a lot of time. But and the end, you don't have to have all these little ends to sew in. So I'm just going to move away from this knot and start up here. And just by holding the yarn up, I'm just going to pull up a little loop, chain one, and then double crochet into that same loop. Just by holding the tail of my new colour along the top of the stitches, I'm going to crochet them into the round as I go. So I'm going to make this circle now into a square. So I'm going to do one more double crochet, and then I'm going to put 3 double crochets into this same stitch. One corner created, and then along my straight I've got 3 double crochets, all the time. I'm just holding that tail along the edge of the stitches and just working them in. I've got another corner to do, 3 double crochets in, and then my straight, of 3 double crochets along. Right, I'm just going to let that tail go now, let it sit at the back, and I'm going to do another corner, which is 3 double crochets, and then my straight, which is 3 double crochets along. One, there's a little stitch here beside the knot, which looks a bit smaller, but it is a stitch. That's 2. Then I'm just going to pull that knot to the back, go into the next one, 3, then a corner, my last corner, and then my last stitch, my last double crochet. Now I'm going to do the invisible join here, and I'm just going to pull up a little loop with my hook, take my hook out, and here you can see the top of my first stitch. I'm just going to pick up those 2 loops from back to front. Then I'm going to get my working loop and put it back on the hook, gently pull, and then work it to the back. So that's one round done. I'm now going to introduce my colour C. Again, I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to work this tail in as I go round. Just pull up a loop, and the first stitch is this one, and we're working into the back loops only of our double crochets. All double crochets in our square are back loop only, and so we're going to pick up that back loop and do 1 DC. Got 2 more to do before our corner. All the corners are into the second double crochet of the 3, the group of 3 into that same stitch, so that middle double crochet, 3 double crochet again, And as you can see, we're coming up the middle of that straight side. So on this side it's 5 double crochets along. And then another corner. Five DCs along. Oh, there's our tail. I'm going to leave that tail there. So we've done 3, 4, 5, corner, 5 straight DCs, our last corner, and then we've got 2 more double crochets to do. Pull up a loop. Here are our loops that we're going to pick up from back to front, pop them on the hook, pop our working loop back on, gentle pull, work it to the back. So we've done our centre circle in our first 2 rounds.